which includes poor last mile connectivity, inadequate roads, sanitation, signages, and limited budget accommodation in many regions. In fact, there is a big contradiction. Some of the destinations are flooded with the budget accommodation or any kind of budget accommodation or hotels or rooms, while some of the destinations do not have rooms at all. Or if they have a very substandard quality of accommodation. Then religious over-dependence. In fact, this is my personal view. Pilgrimage accounts for nearly 2/3 of the total domestic trips, which creates overcrowding as well as uneven development of the various destinations. This also causes excessive pressure on iconic destinations. Indirectly, I personally feel that tourism is a byproduct here. Tourism is not the main product when we talk of religious tourism. Tourism, because pilgrimage has existed in India since beginning, so tourism has become a byproduct of religious these pilgrimages. Then fragmented MSME sector. To promote domestic tourism, we need to look after tier 2, tier 3 cities. And here we cannot expect big hotel chains or big corporates to come and invest in hotels and other accessories. So we have to depend on MSMEs. But that MSME sector is very fragmented. Like if you see homestays, guides and local operators, they lack digital presence and professional training. Then they also have a problem of poor visibility and marketing. This is more specific in case of tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Then last is low awareness. We might say that tourism in India is increasing, but still there are people in country who would like to travel if they know about the destinations. There are lots of misconceptions about traveling to Northeast even. Because I remember in one of the meeting last in 2022, somebody said that when I was visiting Northeast, I was under the impression whether I will be able to talk to them in Hindi, whether I will understand their language. Then he said कि वो तो हमसे ज़्यादा अच्छी हिंदी बोलते हैं. Then he said कि when खाना हमको जो वो सारा खाना मिला जो हमको मिलता है वो. So there are lots of there is a lack of awareness as well. So in fact most of the time knowledge is limited to the religious places only. So based on these strengths, challenges, what should be focus areas for the future? As I told you, in case of tier 2, tier 3 cities, we have to depend mostly on the MSMEs and infrastructure. So we need to go for infrastructure and PPP solution, which involves developing ropeways in various destinations, smart toilets, digital kiosks, then incentivizing mid-range hotels and eco-lodges in tier 2, tier 3 cities, then integrate tourism with smart city project, because there are multiple cities which have undertaken a smart city project, and if tourism could also be linked with this for the destinations which are surrounding that particular place, that would be helpful. Then multimodal connectivity. Though government has been working on this improving connectivity, and I think today around 75 unoperational or under-operational airports have been brought into operation, but there is still a need to increase this number of improve this UDAN connectivity. And in fact, wherever they have connected also, my personal experiences, it is not working so efficiently. I shall give the example of Riva. It is connected under UDAN. It has got a flight from Bhopal to Riva. 2 to 3 days out of a week, it gets cancelled. For unknown reasons, because he gets some better traffic somewhere else, so he diverts that aircraft to that place. So this needs to be looked into. Then MSME empowerment. As I told you that development in tier 2 and tier 3 cities would come through MSMEs only. So what we need for them is soft loans and transparent contracts, single window clearances for them, and cluster-based development rather than isolated projects to share the cost. Then digital literacy program and e-markets. Because small homestay owner or local tour operator, if he puts his services on the online travel portals like makemybooking.com, they charge almost 15% commission. And a small stay homestay operator will not be able to afford that. So there needs to be a e-marketplace where all such homestays can put their properties. Then we also need to focus under this MSME to focus on youth and local women-centric entrepreneurs, who can, because they will be it will be coming at a reduced cost for them being local operators. Then second is because no development can take place in present world without focusing on sustainability. So how do we do that? We should incentivize eco-certified hotels and renewable energy facilities with water conservation measures. Then conducting carrying capacity studies, invest in environmental impact assessments for Himalayan and coastal regions. So the recent happenings in hills during this rainy season has shown the vulnerability our nature is going through. Then community-led projects, sir. Then we should be supporting ecotourism initiatives in places like Ladakh, Andamans, and the backwaters in Kerala, Sundarbans. Then digital monitoring. We should be implementing smart ticketing and monitoring systems to reduce environmental stress. So third and most important, which I consider, is diversifying beyond religious tourism. So because of the total domestic tourism of 1.7 or 2 billion, whatever we say, almost 65 to 75% comes through religious tourism. And honestly, sir, religious tourism does not actually contribute to that extent what tourism should contribute. Because most of the pilgrims, if you see, they go in the morning, they come back in the evening, they hardly stay there. They travel with the cheapest possible means. Their effort is not to stay back in that place because of limitation. So that really doesn't contribute to the tourism revenue. Then how will it benefit is, first thing is it will distribute pressure, sir. If you could create some tourist spots around surrounding the religious places, in fact there are, but they are not developed and people are not aware, so that we can divert the traffic, we can expect him to stay at least for a night. So it will reduce the pressure on that particular destination. Then it will also boost local economies once we develop a lesser known tourist spot. And this will also help in preserving our culture, sir. And sir, we should also learn from some of the countries which have adopted some practices to boost the domestic tourism. Like sir, China. China has introduced high-speed rails linking remote areas, and they have integrated tourism zones with comprehensive facilities. Now, what has happened, sir? This has not only reduced pressure in one place, because at one point of time there are if there are 1,000 tourists, they are traveling to different destinations because connectivity is easy through high-speed rail, sir. Next is Thailand. Thailand resorted to very aggressive brand building of Amazing Thailand. And it also went for strong PPP models for ecotourism and cultural villages. Sir, Japan had regional tourism promotion to divert traffic from the cities. And it also focused on rural homestays and unique rail passes. So what unique these rail passes did, they improved the connectivity and made it easier for a person to travel within the country through that rail pass, because that is common for entire country. Spain diverted tourism from beyond traditional attractions to culinary, art, wine, and festival tourism. Purpose was again to divert to about pressure in one particular place. So these are certain focus areas, in my opinion, we should be focusing on. So based on this, what should be a strategic roadmap for India? So we should be creating destination management organizations at state and just last slide, sir. Yeah. As state and regional levels for professional coordination and planning. Then integrated tourism zones to develop comprehensive hubs combining infrastructure, hospitality, culture, and sustainability. Then digital first strategy, AR/VR previews of lesser known destinations, vernacular apps to be understood by the local people. Then influencer driven campaigns for hidden gems or the lesser known tourist spots. Inclusive and green tourism, make tourism affordable, accessible, and environmental friendly and sustainable for all segments while implementing environment standards. Thematic circuit development, create adventure, heritage, food, culture, film tourism circuits with integrated experiences. Affordable access with the help of like Bharat Pass for discounted multimodal travel and youth focused packages, because it will save time also, it will be costlier, it will be valid for a period of say 1 month or 2 months. Then one-stop integration through mobile apps to combine itineraries, bookings, language assistance and local guides. And then sir, this Dekho Apna Desh campaign launched by Honorable Prime Minister should be converted into a movement which will make India a vibrant domestic tourism leader and sustainable growth engine for 21st century. And sir, while taking care of these aspects for domestic tourism, it will definitely help us in improving our image and ranking for international tourists also. So, sir, considering the time constraint, I would be closing here, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Tiwari. I'm sorry that, yes, we always have this time constraint, but I must say that very wide subject you have covered very comprehensively. You have mentioned about the foreign examples also, and a lot of them we have to learn. But I hope we don't come to a situation where, like some of them, we have to tax tourists to come in, because we have to take care of sustainability, yes. Thank you very much. Now it's my pleasure to request Mr. Sajdani, and he has been in this sector for a long time. Again, request is to complete in 10 minutes.
Surely, yes, sir. I'll try to finish in 10 minutes. My time may start from the time I am able to locate my presentation, please.
Don't worry, I will keep track.
Thank you. I know you are a very moderate moderator, I know. Can I request Hashim? Hashim, where did you copy that presentation? It's there? I always say it is very difficult to stand